Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we got another fun session in store for you. This session is more of a celebration in light of the upcoming holidays. So we got some fun activities planned for you, and I'm going to go over some of those fun activities. But I do ask that we exercise some sensitivity, as some of our kids might have different kind of cultural backgrounds. There are different denominations kind of out there. So just be sensitive and be aware of that. If you have some kids who don't really celebrate the holidays, if you could just let your program coordinator know so we can find a role for them, or if you on the spot can figure something out and give them a role and make them feel a part of the festivities, please feel free to do so. Alright, so just kind of keeping that in mind. So we're going to start off with our question of the day. And what is our question of the day? What is your favorite holiday tradition that you and your family participate in? So again, what is your favorite tradition? Is it eating something? Is there something that's especially made for the holidays? Do they take a trip? Do they go to a family member's house? Or is there something kind of cultural, religious that they do during the holidays? So what is that favorite tradition that they do during the holidays? Now, if you do have those kids who don't celebrate the holidays, maybe you can ask them what will they do over their winter break. So what kind of vacation are they planning? Are they going to just stay home and sleep in the whole winter break? Or they're going to go on a family trip? Or they're going to take something, a special class or workshop, or whatever it may be. But maybe you make it more about what will they do during the winter break. All right? So that's your question of the day. Just to get them to think about the holidays, something a little warm and fuzzy, and also learning about each other. Next, we're going to do our fun activity. So you're going to meet your program coordinator. Your program coordinator is going to let you know what designated area you're going to meet in, because we're going to do this as a large group. But you'll get that information in your email, so stay on the lookout for that. And here are your activities. You're going to do Build a Santa, one of my favorites. The Cookie Wiggle, I haven't done it. I'm going to do it for the first time for you live. Build an Ornament, Holiday Pictionary, Pass the Bow. All right, so here we go. Your first one. This is a group activity in their teams. As you guys all come into the multi-purpose room of the gym, every team will be given the same materials. There's construction paper, there's this cotton, you'll get tape, and you'll get scissors, and that's it. They're going to choose one student on the team to be the Santa, and all the students are going to kind of chip in and build this Santa with these very limited supplies. So for example, I'll do a really quick version for you. Like if we're going to build a Santa hat, I make my little cone, and then I probably use a little cotton and put it at the top. Let's see here. I'll be creative for you. About 5 seconds. And then that would be like my Santa little hat. Am I looking like Santa already? There we go. And then I might use some tape and create a little Santa beard. There you go. Something like that. And wait, hold on here. I'm sure I look just like Santa. Probably gonna scare all the kids, but here we go. And then I'll put a little tape like that. There we go, something like that. And there you go. Oh, well. Ho, ho, ho! That's your idea of doing the Santa. All right, there we go. Now, your next activity, so actually I take that back. So they all built their Santa, they're gonna line up, and then you're gonna have kind of this competition, and the competition will be the Santa with the biggest belly. So they can be creative. Maybe they want to put their backpacks and flip it over and then build around it so they have a big belly, or use some of the stuffing. Then you'll have the best catwalk, and they can walk down the middle of the room and do a cool catwalk. The most creative, I've had people use the bag of materials and create little reindeer puppets. But whatever it is that's really creative. And then the most Santa-like, and then at the end of the day, by audience applause, we'll all vote which is the best Santa. All right, so that's your Build a Santa. Choose one student on the team, dress them up with the limited materials, and then have that team member come up. They all stand in a row, and then you'll have the biggest belly contest, the best catwalk, the most creative, and the most Santa-like. All right, a lot of fun. The kids love it. It's a fun time. The next one is the Cookie Wiggle. I'm laughing already because I don't know if I can do this one. I've heard that I've had a request to see if I can really do it. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. I wish I had a drum roll. But the cookie roll is every student on your team will get a cookie. You like this little cookie right here? This is a real cookie, ladies and gentlemen. They'll all get a cookie, and you're probably going to have them practice and figure out who's the best at wiggling this cookie from their forehead into their mouth, all right? And once they've decided as a team who's the best competitor, and then we'll have each competitor from every team compete for the the final off to see who is the best one, who can actually do this the best, the quickest, the easiest, and actually accomplish it. So let's see, so we'll put it on our forehead. I have no idea. Thank God I don't do Botox. And what you gotta do is wiggle it down, down. Okay, there's that one. Let's try that again. Wiggle it down. Wow, there might not be a final off here. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe if I put it closer. I'm sure I look like I'm having a stroke right now. Ta-da! Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's basically how you do that activity. Oh gosh, I don't want to see this video when this one's done. All right, your next one is build a reindeer. So we're going to give you a little template. It'll be in your packet. The kids can use it to trace this little shape here. Almost looks like a foot or a light bulb or whatnot. Then they'll trace their hands. So here we go. Here's some hands, and they'll trace their hands, and they'll cut it all out. And then what we're doing is building an ornament. Here's just an example. They can then take the hands that look like antlers, and then of course the middle piece will look like the face of, let's say, the reindeer. So they have a choice of a reindeer or a gingerbread. We'll give you little eyes, little googly eyes, and some puffy stuff here. And they'll have their choice of making either a gingerbread man or a reindeer. And let's see here, I'm going to make one for you in 2 seconds. And pretty simply here, and then I'm going to use a little marker really quickly. I got a marker here. I'll show you really quickly. And then they'll attach with a little pipe cleaner, a little hook so it can be hung on a Christmas tree or on a door, wherever they choose they want to hang it. And ta-da! There's my little ornament. His eyes are falling off, but that's okay. That's how I look at the end of the holiday party. My eyes are all crazy like this. So anyway, so that's their little holiday ornament. All right, so that's the next activity they're going to do. Or again, as I said, it'll be a gingerbread man. All right, they'll have little templates. The next one is holiday Pictionary. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with Pictionary. It's having a clue and then drawing it, and then people have to guess it. So this one's going to be, of course, holiday themed. Most of the choices are going to be song clues, but there'll also be some kind of symbolic kind of holiday kind of symbols also. So you'll choose one student from every team to come up and receive the clue, and they might get the clue. Let's say it's a song. Let's say it's Here Comes Santa Claus, all right? They'll get the clue, Here Comes Santa Claus, and they're going to run back to their team, and they're going to try to draw Here Comes Santa Claus and get their team to guess it. The first team to guess it, of course, wins. Now, if they want to win an additional point, if the team can sing the song, the entire song, they get to win an additional point, all right? So again, it's just like your typical Pictionary, no talking, you can only draw, first team to guess it wins, all right? So that is your holiday Pictionary relay. And then the next one is Pass the Bow. And Pass the Bow is going to sound a little complicated, but it really isn't. It's kind of fun, and you might not even have time, but you might, and if you do, this is how you do it. We're going to give you a bow. Here's a bow. Don't you love purple? Isn't that just the holiday color? But anyway, you're going to get a bow, and here's what you pretty much do. Your students will line up in a straight line. They'll reach their left hand across their body, right? So left hand across their body. Left hand across your body, and then they're going to hold on to the person's right hand who's standing next to them, which means there'll be one free hand, which is probably going to be their right hand. Then what they have to do is pass the bow, and they're going to pass the bow till they get to the end of the line, all right? So there'll be a bag full of bows, and they'll keep passing the bows, and then they'll empty them into an empty bag. And then, of course, you'll divide your room into 2 groups. The first team to, get all the bows from the full bag into the empty bag and fill up that bag are the winners, all right? So that's Pass the Bow, ladies and gentlemen, pretty simple. Build a Santa is pretty simple, using some odd materials. Cookie Wiggle, you saw me having my stroke, my holiday stroke. Build an ornament, you saw the reindeer ornament. Holiday Pictionary, just like the good old traditional holiday Pictionary that you know of. And then Pass the Bow. Doing something kind of awkward and trying to use your hands and work as a team to pass a bow. And those are your holiday activities. So in closing, ladies and gentlemen, I want to wish you a happy holiday, okay? Happy holidays, whatever that holiday that means to you. and a new year filled of prosperity, lots of prosperity, and much success for the new year, all right? So thank you again for your commitment so far. Have lots of fun at this holiday party. And on a final note, throw out those diets. It's the time of the year to splurge, so splurge. It's Will signing out.